Hi, it's Hager here with ReFocus Fitness Consulting, and welcome to this week's Rancho Regional Chamber Chat. Today we have Erinn Fraser with Fraser Financials. Welcome.
Thank you.
So excited to have you here today, and I just have lots of questions to ask you. And the first I'd like to ask is, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing your accounting?
Yeah, okay, and it's Fraser Financial Spirit-Centered Bookkeeping.
Yes.
So I've been doing accounting. I started at retail banking in like 20 years ago. Moved up to branch manager, like part-time teller to branch manager. And then I went into massage therapy because banking was pretty stressful, and I was change of gears, right?
Yeah.
But even there, I was the volunteer treasurer for the American Massage Therapy Association, Michigan chapter. Anytime where I went, I became the finance person while I was doing the massage too. So working at spas and all that.
Yes. And those go hand in hand.
Oh, right. Yeah, they do. And then, I moved to San Diego from Ann Arbor, and I decided that, I've always loved math. Well, I started, I did many majors in college, but I was in bioengineering.
Wow.
And then I met a naval officer. We got stationed in Rhode Island. So then I'm like, okay, didn't finish my undergrad yet, moved to a different state. What am I going to do?
Distraction.
Yeah, right? So then I was like, you know what I've always loved is accounting.
Right.
So I started that in Rhode Island a long time ago. And then we got stationed in Hawaii. So then I finished my degree in Hawaii in accounting and art. So I got magna cum laude in art and business. So I was supposed to be an artist.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden I found out I have to support myself.
Right.
So I was like, okay, let's do accounting since I am really good at it. Well, I was just starting then. So then I've worked for CPA firms. I've been, like an accounts receivable clerk, different venues. And that they really started, I have about 13 years of experience in accounting and bookkeeping in different fields.
So you were talking about the spirit-centered bookkeeping and transformational bookkeeping.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit more about that.
Yes. So what I found working in this industry is a lot of times they're just, people's numbers are just treated as numbers. Right? Without the human being behind the numbers. Like, I know those numbers are like your dreams. Like, it's not just a loan. It's like, that was a dream, right?
Right.
It's not just your checking account or your finances. It's like, this is your baby, right?
Right.
And so it's very sacred to me. The reason I call it spirit-centered, somebody gives me their books, it's sacred. It's like, this is the most vulnerable thing you can give someone is your finances, right? And I call it transformational because if you don't know what's going on with your books in your business, you can't make good decisions. You may owe taxes. I hear that all the time.
Right.
I used to work for New Mexico Taxation Revenue.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes,
I thought, ooh.
Yes. So I really know the TAP website, gross receipts tax, and all that. And it's heartbreaking to me to see if people don't know what's going on.
Right.
And, it's pretty scary.
Well, and you treat it like it's yours. It's for you, if you were going through this yourself. So I get that whole center of what you're about. And then you have that passion to take care of that for others, which is awesome. Yeah, and so can you describe why you prefer to focus on solutions and help the clients, with focused on their North Star?
Their North Star, yes. I love business owners to focus on why are you in the business?
Yeah.
Like, what is your North Star? Why do you get up in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. And if bookkeeping is not supporting that, then I can help that, right? But I don't want the business owner to have to, it's my job to go into the weeds and figure out what happened. And it's not always pretty, right? But so then the business owner doesn't have to think about that. They can focus on doing their business,
Right.
So the reason to focus on solutions instead of problems is there's a lot of energy in solutions.
Right.
Like positive energies, you figure things out. If you just, focusing on what went wrong, you can drain yourself. Right. So.
And what comes easy for you and your knowledge that you have,
Yes.
that doesn't for some of us. I know in my business, that part's not always fun, you know.
And I love
and
doing
if you
it.
love it, hey, give it to her.
Because I used to be like, you know, I used to focus on trauma. I was when I was a therapist, trauma, and then I was a professional organizer. And
yeah, I saw that. Wow,
yeah.
Those are great things.
Yeah, and all of those involve going into somebody's mess,
right,
with compassion and integrity, and helping them come out on the other side. And it's not always fun. Like, it's like healing your books for now.
Yes.
Healing doesn't always feel great.
Right.
But in the end, it's worth it.
And then they get this beautiful end.
Yes.
Well, this is great, and there's so much more I know I wanted to ask you. But, you know, tell us how we can reach you, and that way people can get more information from you.
Okay, yeah. So on my website, I offer free 30-minute chats. At the bottom of my thing, there's say schedule a chat. So this is for someone reaching out. Well, there's two things though. Do you use or willing to use QuickBooks Online, and do you want clean books? Because if either of those answers are no, don't book a chat. It's true. Like, some people don't want clean books.
Yes.
So I won't be the good fit. But if you do want that, and you just want someone to look it over, we'll do screen shares. Just, you know, tell me what's going on. It's Zoom, so because I record them. Because when somebody first tells me their story, you know, I like to record it because they've been thinking about it for months or years, and they just pour it out, right?
Right.
So I record it, and then, and then from the chat, if you want to do, it's called the diagnostic review. So the chat is like making an appointment with a doctor. It takes a lot of courage. I get that, and I honor that. And then if you want to really do the diagnostic review, it's like getting your blood drawn.
Right.
It's like, okay, let's look at the facts and do the analysis. So those are the two first steps.
Yes. Well, this is all great.
And it takes a lot of courage. So,
oh, yeah.
Yes.
And no, this sounds amazing, and we're just so happy to chat with you today. So just reach out to Erinn, and we just thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for this opportunity.